Let's talk and showcase Spiral as a champion, and we've got Dazzler. All footage that I'm covering in this video is taken from the MCOC Kabam live stream. There's some really interesting stuff that dropped from this, especially Karate Mike taking out Spiral and Dazzler and showcasing the amazing damage potential both champions have. So one of the main things, kind of like starting points with Spiral is a very aggressive loop. This is on screen right now. You can see this is performing a medium, light, mediums, then a special attack, light, medium, medium, then a light, SP2, medium, light, medium. Okay, get to the point. What's important about this? It is doing moves. It is doing a building up of fervor. Now we're going to stop this on screen right now and point you in the direction of the top left-hand corner. We're going to grab you with a little arrow, which will just showcase what is important. The important thing is top left-hand corner. Of course, the striker, being a Mystic champion, has the Scarlet Witch striker. Whether or not that has any bearing of what the champion possesses of its potency, but it definitely helps out because Amplify is there as well. Spiral has already been tipped as being a fantastic champion to counter anything cosmic, which you can see right here. Loads of buffs, but of course the rupture damage is more important as well. Of course, you could take home as well the damaging debuff interaction. Something Karate Mike did say is that the champion performs relatively well when it comes to the damaging debuffs the champion gets on her. Okay, we're going to take away the red arrow and keep playing, and we'll come back to some other stuff in a minute. But you can see right here, it's like, well, building up and ramping up is easy. Now, there's no damage right here. You're probably going like, well, at this moment in time, the champion's doing no damage there, Rich. Yeah, that's something set up by the beta that Karate Mike is using. To get a bit more of a flavor, we have to go back in time to this section right here in the video. Which you can see the champion quite comfortably taking down the likes of Serpent. We've been calling out for a Serpent counter, and if you don't have some of the ones in game, then you do know Kabam creates new champions to counter some of the older champions. This is 60 frames per second in operation, and oh wow, that is tasty, isn't it? That was a lot of just amazing damage. Of course, you can see dodged right there. It doesn't seem to be, and that's going to be another positive right there. This looks to be, on the face of it, now I don't want to kind of like, without knowing all the juicy ins and outs, confirm this, but it does look, top left hand corner, that there's no buffs on Spiral. As she was dodging right there, it kind of gives the indication, for me personally, this champion is buff immune. Now, I don't know that. We'll have to wait and see later on today when the deep dives come out as to what some sneaky surprises that could be of benefit if you kind of like see it. One thing that I do love about the champion, and again, moving the red arrow over, is the champion has power steal, as well as amazing rupture damage, which ramps up quite nicely, is the power steal. One of the other problems, and a lot of them have it, building up power, various champions as well. Power stealing is very important. I'd love to see another power control champion in game, and rather than a tech-based champion. And could Spiral be that answer to it? I very much hope so, because it just expands the option. And look, it's a fan favorite. So I'm sure people want to get this champion in and see it doing some incredible things. Now, I don't know if you're going to have any like improvement. She does have this thing that I've written down here, a counter attack mechanic, similar to so it's kind of like from a defense perspective, and that's another key thing. Like, will this champion be a good defender? And she could be. It could be indeed. You can see that dodge popped up in the left hand corner, having this just absolute demolisher of champions is just so nice. You're not seeing, and this is the thing, you're not seeing, with the ramp up, which is very easy to do, you can see, we're basically seeing it, again, popping up with how the further charges work, and further chaining. That, yeah, it's not taking any damaging debuffs, which again, very important as part of the abilities, but it's just doing so much damage to buff-based champions. Having another counter to Xerxes is a great... I really want this champion now. I'm going to have to save up now for Titan Crystals. No more Titan Crystals for me. Saving up for these two champions. Passive stun right there, which aids in the chaining of special... of kind of combos into specials. So just a fantastic champion. Now that is that champion right there. That's Spiral. Let's move on to Dazzler. We go with Dazzler. First of all, those roller skates are amazing. But a counter to Bullseye is something, again, another counter that a lot of players have been calling out. And the same thing that we've said before, Kabam will create counters down the line. You're likely going to be using Dazzler quite a lot, and that tempo build-up, which kind of feels like a Dance Dance Revolution, is another kind of cool touch right there. So I'm just going to pause this and kind of like go back, and as for those that know the like Dance Dance Revolution and things, it coming out with Perfect and stuff, there's more to this than meets the eye. There's rhythm-based gameplay to this, but effectively you're going to spend most of your time trying to build up tempo. Tempo is just the be-all and end-all. So build tempos, build to 10, intercept heavy, and that's, yeah, just a lovely kind of like combination. So you intercept and then go into a heavy attack in order to kind of do some damage or kind of do some ramp up. So we're seeing there the evades in. We're doing a little bit of kind of, we've got the skates pop up. I think that's another key element to what you're trying to do something with the champion. You can see dodged right there. Again, another pursuit. Pursuit's that kind of counter to evades like Bullseye, like maybe even Spider-Punk. Oh wow! Honestly, blinking you miss it. Blink and you actually miss it with this. I don't even know. Like I need to kind of like go back a little bit to kind of like just at least get some of the majesty that we've just seen in that little kind of like segment. Just with it's the build-up of tempo. I think I need to kind of like slow this down a little bit just to kind of like enjoy that. So we're just going to go down. No, that's speed up, Richard. We need to kind of go down there to that particular segment. And then we're going there, 26k, 13k, 26k, 36k, 20k. Like, it's just, wow. Okay, and just such a quick ramp. That ramp is dazzling. There is another method of kind of approach that you can do in SP3 that kind of builds you a stack. So it helps you with your tempo build and functioning in kind of a way that's, which is kind of like, Namor, as we said earlier about this, but yeah, the ramp up. Man, the ramp up just seems just so easy to do. I mean, that's the first thing. The ramp up just is appealing. If we go back to this footage right here, you can see her taking on champions like Korg and Atuma. So it's not so much of a big issue against some of these champions that might do some elements of... It's not burst damage, but it's kind of like, what is the type of damage? Put in the comments, because please help me out. What, physical damage? Something like that. It's like those that interact with physical damage. So you can see just the ramp. Oh, that's so good. Big burst numbers, big yellow numbers, big blinking red numbers as well. Especially against a Atuma right here. Just this is so pleasing right now. Class advantage, of course, is going to play a factor in this. But it doesn't matter. You do your intercept right there. You go into, I think it's a heavy attack was one, maybe in one of those chains. And that's helped out there. Just kind of like, there's a heavy attack. That's the heavy attack. That helps out with the process of going in there with an intercept. And then throwing, if the chain's there, it's SP1 from the enemy. You're going in with your intercept or doing a heavy attack. You swipe in an intercept. That chaining is just... How that's possible to do is incredible. And there's big numbers, of course, on offer for that, as well as being your new go-to Bullseye-based counter. I'm very much excited to get my hands on both of them because they work in a way that's... It's counters, isn't it? It's counters to champions that we've wanted to see for a little while. A Serpent counter in the shape and form of Spiral. A counter to Bullseye in the shape and form of Dazzler. This means that this shakes up, unfortunately, the Alliance Wars defense situation. Because, well, from an attack perspective, at least one person in your alliance has to have a Dazzler on their team. And let's face it, there is a battle pass that's going out between now and December that has her in. So her being a chase attacking option of a champion, as well as Spiral doing the same, means that these two champions are great additions to anyone's roster, but could be a bit of an advantage to your alliance if you've got one person that's got a Dazzler, and there's a Bullseye as the boss on the team, or if the Serpent is on an enemy map as the main boss, I'm sure people will look to bring Spiral in. Anyway, what are your thoughts on these two champions now that you've seen them? And will you be looking to get them? Will you be getting that battle pass? Is it going to be financially worth it? Are you non-spending and therefore it's not going to be something you can grab? Put in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video on a Saturday. The deep dives will be out later on by the amazing team at Kabam, including Karate Mike. So you'll learn more about the champions and things that, you know, will expand on from this video. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.